you can just discover this beautiful place.
Maybe I think I just want to lay down. And
you can lay down.
I'm going to lay down and look.
Just feel the nature.
Yeah.
Feel the energy in
just
this
wanna-
beautiful place.
I just want to be part of it.
You lay down on your back.
Lay down my back with my arms and my legs out and just looking up. Just looking up. And just feeling all the trees canopy over me. Feel the soil, the grass, the plants under my hands and curling around my hands, and I just feel the coolness of the dirt, and I feel the moistness from all of the fertile growth and plants around me, and just I feel like I'm being sunken into this very rich ecosystem.
Yes. When you're in this place, do you feel you have clothes on you? When you're in this place, when you're laying down, do you feel you have shoes?
No.
Very good. What else when you're there? You still feel you by yourself over there?
I'm just laying here and just feeling and being present.
I want you to connect. Your back is touching the ground. Your face is touching the air and the forest. You in the forest. Just absorb all this energy, all this love. Connect with the root, trees. Be one with the forest. Just enjoy it. Connect with it.
I miss it.
Yeah.
I think I was part of it at one time. Everything worked together so seamlessly.
True. You're right. And you're just part of the forest. Yes.
I like it when the bugs crawl over me.
Yes.
I like it when the snakes slither past me. And they don't even recognize me as a threat. They just... They coexist with me.
Yes. What color of the snake?
One of them's yellow.
Mm.
And it's gone.
Yes.
But just bugs, all different colors, just crawling on and continuing on. And I'm not a threat out here because I appreciate what it is. I feel like, you know, like those tours to the rainforest and stuff, people get scared of those, but it's just you and nature, and you have appreciation and love for it. It is you. It is you. It's you in all sorts of simple formats, but not so simple. And then laying on the ground with the base of my spine connecting with the root system of the trees. There's just like a oneness out there, kind of like when people go to the void. That's my void.
Continue.
Just like so much communication through everything, but
Mm.
it's like an understanding. It's like
Would you feel the energy of
I
this
just feel
forest?
love.
Mm.
It's just so much love. It's just
Yeah?
like so.
You happy over there?
Yeah,
Very good.
I just feel so much life
Mm.
and death at the same time.
Mm.
And from death comes life, from life. Life to death, and
Yes.
death to life.
Mm.
And it's just so much intelligence
Mm.
all around me.
Mm.
It's beautiful.
Yes, all this tree is all this life. Feel one body.
Yes. And then just
Mm.
the smell, it's like
Mm. What does it smell like?
earthy. So,
Mm.
so green
Mm.
and fresh and moist and like alive. Everything, it just smells so good.
Mm.
It smells like flowers blooming
Mm.
and all kinds of plants that I've never seen before just giving off their aroma and just beautiful.
Yeah.
And the tint is beautiful from the sky. It's like a teal tint from
Yeah.
everything, like green and teal.
Mm.
And it gives off like this very mystical vibe.
Mm.
Almost like fairies belong here.
Very good. You can connect with it.
Oh, I don't see
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any fairies, but this feels like that kind of environment. And it's just me and my family.
Mm. Who's your family?
And all of these plants.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All this nature.
All of it. They're all family. I
Yes.
came from it.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like home.
Very good.
Very relaxed. And just open.
Mm-hmm.
Completely open.
Are you still laying down over there?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. When you're over there, do you feel is any animals around you?
All over. Just
Mm-hmm.
everything is
Mm-hmm.
just existing, coexisting. I just,
Yes.
I don't know, it just feels.
What it feels.
What is the point of separating myself from this? Fit in it so beautifully. Why would I want to be separate?
Mm-hmm. So why you want to be separate? If it's connecting is more beautiful. You can go back and live with the trees and with nature and feel the same feeling you're feeling now. What else? What this forest want to tell you?
Let us work together.
Mm-hmm. to tell you this word together. Continue.
We can live in harmony. You can't live in harmony without us, though.
Yes, that's true.
You
So,
weren't built that way.
yes. So I want you to ask the forest how you can work together.
Equal give and take. Don't take more than you need. And don't give what you can't.
What kind of give and take? Is it physical or emotional?
Energy is energy. Just give the love and receive the love we give. You have to receive it, otherwise you won't realize it's magic.
So what kind of love? You mean love of nature or love of everything?
Everything. You can't really receive, or you can't truly receive if you're not open to receive and open to loving it.
So what Ashley, she can't receive love. She always give love, but it's hard for her to receive love. What is that for?
She doesn't trust people. She doesn't trust that people want to the way that she does.
Why she don't trust people?
Because you view yourself as separate from them. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to be happy. Even if others aren't. Just believe that you deserve it. You'd be willing or happy for anyone else. Mother yourself. Treat yourself as you would treat someone else going through the same problem. And mother yourself before you mother anyone else.
Yes. She should start by herself first.
She's gonna keep finding what she's looking for. And right now she's looking for the part of people that don't want her to be happy, the part of people that don't want to see her find joy, the part of people that isn't available, and she assumes that that's because of her, instead of understanding where they're at and they're giving and receive what they're giving. Don't block it. She's constantly looking for... She wants to know without a doubt that someone wants to do something for her. Otherwise she feels like an inconvenience. And when she can see that it brings them joy, the way it brings her joy, then she can let go. But if there's even a part of them that she can see is bothered or feels like a nuisance, she blocks everything. And she has to assume that people want to do these things. She has to create a new construct in her mind. And she'll see that all around her. She has to believe that people want to give. She has to believe that she's worthy of receiving. She has to believe that she's worth spending the energy for. She has to believe that her joy matters. And she needs to believe that her joy matters more than anyone's, because nobody else is going to believe that her joy matters more than anyone. She has to be the one, just like each of us. And
Yes.
she has to put herself first. And believe that she's worthy of it, but stay balanced, because that can go to an extreme. And with that new construct, it will be presented all around her. She'll start noticing that in everyone. Oh, this person wanted to do this for her. This person cares about her. This meant a lot. And she'll start receiving love again, and she'll find love in everything, in every interaction, in every exchange. She is receiving love, but she doesn't recognize it as love. And she blocks a lot because she doesn't want, she's got a fear of giving anyone pain, because she's been through so much pain. And she's witnessed so much pain. She doesn't want to be the cause, but she also knows that pain is so necessary to teach. And people need to go through their experiences. And it's a gift, because on the other end of their experience that they already signed up for is some kind of wisdom and an expansion that she can't fathom about herself. That's just right there, that she just doesn't want to allow herself to walk into the unknown, even though that she's so good at doing that. I guess, and she's tired of being the person in the room that sees and the person in the room that feels. And not that she's the only one, but she'd rather hurt herself. She punishes herself by not accepting or receiving. She's so overwhelmed when kindness is given to her, or when someone loves her or admires her. She's so overwhelmed, she feels like running. She is so used to holding everything together for everybody since she was a little girl. 4, when her parents divorced.
Yes.
And she started to parent her mother and her sister, and then all the siblings that came from then on, and her foundation went from being structured to her seeing all the cracks and realizing that there is no strong foundation. And when she wanted to connect, she was rejected. When she felt that she didn't receive the love that she needed, or that she was asking for too much, because her parents didn't know how to give love in that way, didn't know how to show it, and didn't know how to work with her needs. She was shamed for her love of physical touch when she was a little girl. And her mother wasn't very physically affectionate, and her father, only thing he allowed was foot massages. So whenever she would want a long hug or any kind of affection, she was shamed, saying that she was too sexual. And she spent a lot of her life in that shame, and started to feel like you know, intimacy is sinful. Intimacy is toxic, and or she doesn't know how to receive it because she didn't give it, but she confuses intimacy because of this, and doesn't know how to receive it properly, and she's working through it, but she doesn't, if it gets too uncomfortable, or if there's the parts of her where shame comes out, or that were shamed, when they come out, she tends to run or get terrified and scared. But intimacy is beautiful, and nobody should shame you on that. You don't need to have intimacy with just your partner. You can have it with friends, with family, with strangers, with clients. It's an openness and allowing someone in and not blocking them. And it's scary to her and terrifying to her. She can be that for someone, but she doesn't know how to let someone be that for her because she doesn't feel that they want to. And she doesn't realize that so many people want to. So many people want to connect with her in that way. And they're just a reflection of what she's feeling and the blocks that she has. And that's why she is surrounded by people with the similar blocks. And if she wants to imagine a world where people are open,
yes,
and it's safe to connect, and safe to be vulnerable, and safe to expose our souls and expose ourselves in general, and be comfortable in that, and lead in that by being an example and showing people how safe it can be, and letting them a little at a time learn that they can let their guard down and relax their energy, and they can make eye contact without getting uncomfortable, and they can touch each other's arms or have a longer hug than just a side hug, or like they can, it's okay, like you can have that, and it doesn't have to be scary. It's just a way to let people know that you feel them, you see them, you care about them. And it's not sexual. It doesn't even give any sexual emotions. It can at first when you're trying to learn to get past the uncomfortable side because of the indoctrinations, but it's not like that when you get comfortable with being an open person and a vulnerable person, and it takes some courage to be the one to lead that example. And when you're the example of that, you can't pay attention to people's reactions towards it, because it's gonna throw them off. It's gonna make them uncomfortable. They're not used to it. But just know and stand in your power. Know that you are of pure heart, and you really care about these people, and they might be intimidated and scared and uncomfortable or receive it wrong, but your intentions are right. That's all that matters. And eventually that gets people comfortable enough to let go a little at a time. But your biggest problem is that you're observing everyone all the time instead of observing yourself and what you need and what feels aligned with your soul, what aligned with who you are at your core. You know this, but you always change this for your surroundings just to make people comfortable with your presence. You're a big energy, really big energy, and you affect everyone in the room when you walk into a room. And you know this, and so you dim it because you're uncomfortable with what that means. And that's a superpower. Use it. Use that superpower. Use it to help them unlock parts of themselves. But you're not allowing and you're not receiving all this because you're looking outside at all the reactions before looking inside, and you know that everything's created from the inside first before it comes outside of you. And then if you're constantly looking outside, you're just looking at the old pattern instead of the new pattern. So start looking inside, and then you'll see the reflection. But don't pay attention to everyone.
That's right.
That'll morph, that'll change.
Before I ask you to help her, I want to see who I am talking with.
I keep getting Eladria, but that is... Eladria is the being that I met in Inner Earth with who the lioness being, so I'm confused.
The first name that come to your heart.
Eladria.
Eladria. Eladria, who are you? Why you show her all this forest, all this beautiful experience? What is that about?
We're a council of beings.
Yes. How many beings in this council?
8 is what popped into my head.
Yes. Eladria, what this council about?
She's been planted here on a specific mission. And we're monitoring. We're guiding.
Yes.
We step in when needed, but she's already completely aligned with her path, unlike she believes.
She's doing a good job?
No. But she's exactly where she needs to be. She needs to actually listen to all the things that she tells herself or she knows, but she's just delayed, that's all.
Yes.
But she's right where she needs to be. It all works out. She's just taken a little longer to learn a lesson.
So, are you watching just her, or are you watching another people?
We have others.
So when you're watching her life,
Always.
every moment in her life.
Yeah, we're always here.
Yes. When you're watching her life every day, do you have a message for her?
Do it. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it. Always, just do it. You got it. Just do it. Stop. So many loops and questions, but although they brought a lot of wisdom. And you've brought wisdom to others as you're processing. Your process has illuminated things for people that they didn't see before within themselves and within human nature in general. And it's been a nice example for those people, but you don't need to continue these loops, just feel into yourself. Go inside. Everything is right there.
Yes.
It's all just right there.
Eladria, what you mean about everything right there?
She has all the answers. She has the blueprints, like we told her last time. The blueprints present themselves in epiphanies, new ideas, just random thoughts that come through. These are blueprints imprinted in her, and she denies them. She's like, "Oh, there must be something wrong with me," or "This doesn't match." This doesn't match my life. Like, this would require me to make large sacrifices, and it would require me to have big change, and would require me to hurt people, and would require me to really work hard. And she's gotten comfortable with not working hard, but she's unhappy doing it. And so she pushes away and she suppresses these thoughts that are getting louder and louder and louder in her mind. And so we've had to speak with her in different ways. And I think she is getting to a point where she understands. She has a little bit longer to go because this is going to be a big change for her. But she does understand. And she was brought to you for a reason. You brought her the missing pieces that she was needing to really plug it in from an outside perspective, because she's so searching for other perspectives outside of herself, not realizing that absolutely every perspective that she's receiving outside of herself was already inside. They're just different aspects of her.
Yes.
Different parts of her.
Very true.
And she just, today, she heard the part of herself that she denies.
Yes.
And she needs to listen.
Yes, I did advise her the way the universe think. Hopefully I help.
You did wonderful.
Yes, thank you. Eladria, I want to ask you, please. She asked me to ask you about her next journey in her life.
Build. It's time to build. You've had time to rest. You don't have all this energy to just rest. You were gifted with energy to build, create, overflow. You're a generator. You generate energy. You generate love. Just line things up so your foundation is strong. And then from there, everything will fall into place the more you tune in. It will be easy for you, but you have to do the hard things first. It has to be this way. It has to be cultivated. You think that it's going to be a challenge, but you've been through worse.
Yes.
You've been through much worse.
She's very strong. She's thriving, surviving.
You have the ability to make people feel so accepted as they are.
Yes.
As they are. But you can't maintain that the more that you judge yourself. You will, that will be exponentially more powerful if you just accept you as you are. And you know how that affects people. You've seen it. You know how people shift and open up, and you've watched them crack wide open. That's a gift. That's a huge gift. And your energy opens them. And you have to be an open energy to continue doing that.
Yes.
Don't block yourself from what opens you. If you feel something that opens you, follow it. If it doesn't last long, that's okay. Nothing lasts long.
Yes.
Everything changes all the time. All of it, all the time.
Yes.
It's all just changing. Why?
Just changing, yeah. Like nature.
Yes, always. Seasons. Why constantly control the inevitable? You just
let it go. Let it be.
Go. Like water that hits the ocean shore and goes back again. Just let it go. And come back. And go and come back. Just know your power. You know you are a force. Just stand in it. Stand in it. Don't just let it be in the back of your head and then just try to conform. You weren't meant to conform. You know this. You thrive in leadership. You thrive in pioneering. You thrive in being authentic and open. You thrive in loving. Do what you enjoy and stop letting the people around you affect you. They'll be different. You'll create new versions of those people from the inside by living in the frequency you want to live in. You won't even see the same version of that person if you shift yourself. Your vision will change just automatically. You'll start to see the beauty in them. You'll start to see the part of them that is affected by you, rather than searching for their approval and searching for their cooperation or searching for their understanding. Know your power as you interact and stand in that power to know that you're there for a bigger reason and a deeper reason than connecting with their conscious mind, connecting with what they're perceiving in the state that they're in. You are interacting with multiple dimensions. You are interacting in a bigger way than just a direct communication. So your actions affect them in much bigger ways than just the emotions that get triggered from the things that you're doing or saying, or the emotions that get triggered from you standing in your power. No, you stand in your power, someone's jealous, they're triggered to improve themselves. Or you stand in your power, someone is able to see parts of themselves that they want to strive for, parts of themselves they want to change. It's okay if they're jealous. Jealousy is totally fine. Jealousy helps people see things, and it's their choice what they do with that. They can let it consume them, but you're untouchable. Believe that. Believe that you are protected, and you are. It's okay if you might have people that don't want the best for you in your life.
Yes.
You will see that, and that's not going to affect you, because you know that no matter what happens, you can overcome anything. You can overcome everything. And it's not even overcoming. You accept these challenges as something that's teaching you something. So look for the lesson. Look for the gifts. Look for the blessings. Stop looking for the rejection. Stop looking for the pain. Stop looking for the sadness. You see all this in everyone, but why are you searching for this? It'll come out. You'll have sessions with clients. You know how they are. They all cry and they all expose the deepest, darkest parts of themselves naturally, because you create a space that allows them to feel that this is safe. But you have to maintain that from within. That has to be maintained from within. You can't keep pouring out from an empty cup. You are a generator, but if you pour out too much and you're not refilling, it's not going to be balanced for you. You need to take those times where you feel called to go and be on your own. Do it. This is your world. Go be on your own for a little bit. The people around you will be fine. And if you need to communicate and have counsel. Don't be scared. It's okay if they're just judging you based off of that one thing that you're telling them about a situation. Totally okay if they're judging you based off of that and they have a completely different opinion of your entire life. Every single human being that we interact with gets a small portion of who we really are. And we leave seeds and different essences with different people that we interact with on a daily basis. Nobody knows our true self except ourselves. Nobody gets to see all of us except ourselves. Every person gets a different version of us. So yes, some people are not going to see the full story. They'll never see the full story unless they connect and they're in tune with the collective consciousness and they can really dive into your energy. That's a different story, but they're not going to know you like you know you. You have to know what is good for you and what you need. Show people that it's okay to find that in themselves. Teach them how to find that in themselves.
Yes.
That's the fun part. To see the light come on in the darkness is so fun. And you can help guide them just by not letting it faze you. You don't need approval. You don't need acceptance. You are the one that provides the acceptance. You will naturally have it. The more you accept yourself and the more you accept others as they are, you'll be surrounded by people that accept you. Stop searching for acceptance and putting yourself in a little bitty box. You're not little bitty. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be.
Yes.
Take up space. Take up space. It's okay. And it's okay if people get hurt along the way. You can see the bigger picture. You can see a high vantage point. Not all the time. Sometimes you need someone else to remind you, but you have the ability to see how things can work out in the long run, and you can actually create that timeline and that story. You have to shift your mind and the things that you're focusing on. But you're where you need to be. It's not like you have done anything wrong on this journey. It's more of you took a slower path for this specific side, but the timeline is unfolding as it should. Everything is going to unfold exactly where it needs to be. It all shifts. It's like the way that things just flow together, the way that this world and nature and everything just is in harmony. It works like that. You create a delay on what was. That's okay. There's going to be something new that pops up along your way to make up for that. And everything's going to be realigning and shifting to create a walkway. As you're walking, the path will present itself before you a brick at a time. And it'll be very clear, especially when you're tuned in and you trust yourself, because you are so guided. You got a lot to do. In higher dimensional, or not, that's not the word. You can't go wrong with love. Love is just, it's needed, and she finds these connections, and he finds these connections. And there shouldn't be an attachment to them. The attachments and the titles were created by man.
Yes, true.
There's none of that. It's all energy, and some energies match and thrive and some don't. And when you connect with certain energies, it creates more life. And then it's time to find more life, and you don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to limit yourself. You are.
Yes.
So much more than property. And we don't actually own anything or anyone. None of us are owned. We don't belong to anyone. Ever. No contract changes that. We are creating our own reality and our own stories. And we have the ability to love many people in our lives, but we don't live in love because we're scared of the boundaries that have been created. We're scared of, there's the boundary everywhere we go. So we don't show love because of rejection, and we're rejected because of boundaries.
Yes.
And it's this disconnect of flow, and we're not able to flow because there's so many things stopping it. And when we're able to feel free in love and just give it and not worry about reactions, because you know where your intentions are, and not worry about emotions that you're feeling or experiencing, it's all beautiful. It's all natural. And instead you can give it if it's aligned, and you can receive it freely. We create a much more unity in this sense than so much separation and war and fear of not being enough, fear of not being worthy, fear of losing what we have, fear of being alone, fear of being rejected, fear of never finding...
Fear of everything.
Fear of literally everything. Boundaries are fear.
Yes.
Boundaries is fear. And in the end, love is free.
Yes. Love is always free, but we don't see it that way.
No. It's important that you feel alive, like you did in that rainforest.
Yes.
What makes you feel that way? Follow it.
Yes. Last session too, and probably the one before, you show her the love of connection with the universe. So it's very important to be connected, to feel this feeling with the forest, with the nature. Yes.
Yes, it is. It's an energy that builds and creates and expands. It's not stagnant. It's flowing, and it's creation.
Yes.
It's connection. It's being one. It's feeling all the life around you, and you can feed off of the energy of that life. Just because it fuels you. You want to be in a place that brings you the most joy, and you can be complacent. You've got lessons in that you can learn. No problem. But you don't have to. You can learn so much more by following this energy, because this energy brings quick lessons instead of elongated ones. And when you flow, you can flow in and out. Okay, I learned that, got it. Okay, learn this, got it. Learn this, got it. Some of us just like to feel that for a long time and get nowhere with it. I mean, we get somewhere, but we could have gone so much further, you know? So much further. It's important to feel romanticize your life. Feel that emotion you feel with a new love with nature. Feel that with all of your senses, all of your passions, the things that you enjoy. Create that in your life and everything you're doing. And you don't need people to be that, because you feel it in this planet. You become it.
So that's why sometimes she feels she want to be alone.
She has everything she needs.
Yes, true. We can survive by ourselves.
We can survive by ourselves, but we don't have to. We are good with others when we don't need anything from them. Like, we can just give them, and then everybody is in a place where they fill their cup and they give, and they fill their cup and they give, and there's no need to protect, to guard, to isolate. You don't. Yes, just flow. Just let it go. And in those times where you need to be alone, do that. Maybe you went back to not a toxic, but a mentality of, I'm in lack, I need this from this person. Remind yourself that I have everything I need. Take the time you need to reset and figure out what's yours and what's theirs. Give away what doesn't serve you. And fill yourself with the love that exists all around you and everything and every action. And just be that.
Yes.
And give, because you don't need. You have everything you need.
Yes.
So just give. But monitor. There's a balance.
Yes. We don't have to give to keep somebody
No.
or change somebody.
No.
We just give for love.
Our existence
Yes.
on this path, in our growth, we are changing them.
Yes.
By being the change. So we don't have to change anybody. We just, what we see in someone that triggers us, change that within ourselves, and we will see something different.
Yes. Is anything I didn't ask? Is anything you want to tell her? Something I didn't mention?
Authenticity. Just be authentic.
Yes.
Whatever that looks like in every moment. Be authentic. What do you truly feel? And what do you truly want? Your voice can be sharp. It can be blunt. But it's needed that way. You were made that way.
Yes.
You don't need to soften everything for those that can't handle it. It triggers them. They need to be triggered. You are guided in your communication. You are guided in your flow. And you feel this. Stop stopping it. Flow with it and watch yourself shine. It's okay to shine.
Yes.
People will be in your shadows. That is okay. They'll find their light. Don't feel bad for that. You are guided.
Yes, always. Yes.
Always.
Yes.
You are powerful. And you have a lot of love to give, but the person that needs it the most is you.
For her and the people who want to listen, I want to tell her how powerful we are. You can tell her, explain to her this concept.
We create our reality. Any belief that we have, it is created outside of us. And that includes anything that is of limitations and boundaries. Everything that we feel and everything that we understand, all the structures in our mind that we perceive in this world, it's all an illusion. But we will create whatever structure we believe in. Whatever we truly feel and believe, that is the world that we live in. We have the power to destroy that and create a new one. You have the power to envision something so different. Something that functions, something that's in harmony. And a lot of us have feelings of this new system, this new construct. For anything and everything, relationships, civilizations, the money systems, everything. It's all a construct. You've been taught what it is. You've been taught what it looks like. You've been taught the cause and effect. You have been taught how to react to it. You can remove that and you can build something new, but live in that frequency. Live in that energy. Don't just think about it. Approach everything in the world as if that's the reality that you live in. Interact with people as if you're living in that reality. Make choices in your life as if you're living in that reality. You live in a reality of abundance. Live like you're abundant. How would you act? if you're abundant? How would you talk to people if you're abundant? How would you walk if you're abundant? Live in that. That's what you'll create. Live in, if you want to create more unity, don't judge people. Understand them. Walk up to them. Love them exactly where they are. Let them know how amazing their unique abilities and features are. Don't need them to be anything other than what they are. That's acceptance. That is flow. That is openness. You don't need to guard yourself from this person. You don't need to fear this person. You don't need them to be something that you're creating in your mind that you need them to be. They're their own being on their own path, and it's all needed. And you create that harmony with that being. You start creating harmony with more beings. You create a system that flows. You create a system that's in harmony. You create new ways of interacting, of supporting, of building, of creating, of connecting. You can just reconstruct your entire reality. You are that powerful. You are a creator, and it's more than just speaking into existence something. It's living in it.
Yes.
You have to find that key inside of you that can believe in the reality that you want. And there's so many of them. We can all live in different realities simultaneously. There's so many of them. That is why when you choose to look for something, you will find it. If you choose to pay attention to the signs of the universe speaks so loudly in your language. It will speak so loudly to you when another person who's not looking for that won't see those signs that are in front of them. Or if you choose to look for the good in others, you'll see good all around you, and you'll see good in yourself. But if you choose, as Ashley, as an example, chooses to look for the rejection in others, she's rejecting herself. And she's finding more rejection. If she chooses to feel the acceptance in others of her, she'll feel the acceptance of her and everyone all around her.
What we do to others, we do to ourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what you do to yourself, you do to others.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking.
Is any message you want to tell her before we close the session?
You don't owe anyone anything. Everything will balance itself.
Yes.
You can't destroy anyone. You can't destroy anything. You create so much around you. It's a matter of perception. You're not causing destruction. You're causing revolution.
Thank you. Eladria, why you bring her to me tonight?
You see clearly. You can bring perspective that she feels is true, but doesn't have confidence in because she feels alone in that thinking. You reflect back to her the parts of herself that she denies.
Yes.
You have the guidance and wisdom that she needed at this part of her journey. And the love that you give feels safe.
Yes.
So she can open up to this.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Continue doing this.
Yes, yes, yes. We will do it
Continue.
until the end. And I want you to help me, help another people and helping her. And thank you for bring her to me today. And do you think we will have session in the future, near future? We should do that.
You are next.
You, I'm the next.
You're
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Are we finished the session?
Yes.
Thank you.